Okay, so with a very strange twist of events that I never expected, I've now found myself not only back in New Zealand, but at the very house where I had one of the most memorable, bizarre, and almost life-changing experiences of my entire life. Right in front of me is the very mirror that I smoked DMT at. This is the mirror where my face turned into like 100 different things, starting off with a polygonal face to a fat person, where it finished off as a reptile. And I had my hands like right here. This is so surreal. And I watched my face turn into a lizard man in this mirror. And that was the trip that made me realize that reality is basically a simulation. And yeah, I can't believe I'm back at this creepy ass mirror. What a trip this is, just all on its own. Like there's the elevator that I just came out of. And over here, walking towards me, we have Chris. He ran over when I fell down, thought I died, and started crying.
Yeah, it was pretty scary.
That's some good acting, Chris. I really liked that recreation you did with holding your head. So what was that like?
It was like I had witnessed you committing like a psychological suicide, and that seeing you with the bottle in your hand was like a metaphor for that suicide of a different kind.
You were tripping at the time, yeah?
Oh yeah, it was it was very emotional.
So after, being at that mirror, collapsing, and then Chris coming over, thinking I died, crying, I got up. I remember I heard a voice saying, you can get up now, you're okay, you're fine. And at that point, I ran down this hallway, ran over here, stumbled over here, at which point I remember collapsing to the ground like this, looking up, and there was maybe 5 or 6 people here looking around at everyone and just laughing hysterically like an absolute madman. Like I just had all of the answers to all of reality, and I realized that there was absolutely nothing to worry about, and this was basically all a big cosmic joke. I was like in a RPG, and my higher self was this reptile, I thought at the time, and I was playing a character, a human character, like I'm playing Skyrim or something, and I was playing me. So I remember just going here and just being like, oh my god. Like just a complete psychotic laugh. I'm pretty sure Chris thought that I actually did lose my mind. It is just one hell of a trip to be back here. I'll tell you that much. I never imagined that I'd be able to come back to this house and recreate what happened, not just for the sake of making a video on it, but just, for myself. And that light is flashing. Talk about trippy though, like to anybody watching, this probably doesn't really mean anything, but when you've done acid and then you just smoke DMT and you're watching your reflection in the mirror shrink into a tiny little ball, morph into a polygonal face, and then proceed to transform and shift between hundreds or thousands of different human faces to end off on you looking like a literal reptilian alien staring back at yourself before having some aha epiphany moment and collapsing onto the ground and then feeling like you're stuck in a blood vessel. Well, I don't know. Coming back here years later and being back at the exact creepy mirror where it all happened at, it's pretty intense. I mean, just look at this house. This is like very trippy place, if I do say so myself. I mean, right here, we've got this bookshelf that moves to reveal a secret room overlooking this beautiful balcony that looks at Auckland City. Can you just imagine tripping and looking at this painting? Like, what the hell is going on here? Yeah. Yeah, it's no wonder I had some pretty wild trips here. Just look at this place. The weirdest part about being back here is when you have an experience like that, it feels like it might as well have happened yesterday. It's so bizarre. I remember it crystal clear. Like there's not any difference in how I remember it today as if it had just happened a few seconds ago. So just being back here is a trip. I can't even imagine what it would be like to trip in this house again. Whew. That'd be wild. I suppose you guys are also wondering what the hell I'm doing in New Zealand. I mean, I didn't come back to New Zealand just to relive that experience here. No, definitely not. Definitely not. I'm here to have some pretty crazy adventures and to film some interesting videos. I am extremely excited for the videos I have in store for all you guys. Not to mention I'm excited just to be sitting in this wicked ass chair. Mastermind evil villain chair. All I'm missing is, that little white Persian cat that I can be petting. I really wish there was more of a point to this video. I just thought it would be really cool to actually... I mean, I know this isn't recreating the trip. Ideally, I would love to get a computer graphics animator and recreate, scene for scene what happened. Like, show me walking over to the mirror and then CG animate my face transforming into all these things so that I could really create like an interactive simulation of what went on. And that's kind of something that I'm aiming for in the future. I would love to put stuff like that together for a lot of my trips. I call that the interactive trip simulators. And it's actually a goal that we have on Patreon. So if you guys would like to see more than just me kind of explaining what happened during some of these wild experiences and actually, in a way, see what I saw. I mean, obviously you can't get the same headspace that I'm in without being on the substance. But to even just see what I was seeing would, at least be a piece of the puzzle that I can't really paint for you guys just with words. I mean, I can try, but I'm really not that great of a wordsmith compared to actually getting someone to animate it so you could visually see it. I think that would take these stories just to a whole nother level. So if you guys want to see something like that, feel free to join our Patreon and help pledge so that I can hire an animator and get that shit done, man. In regards to like the aftermath of that trip, I mean, coming back years later, do I still feel like I'm living in a simulation? Do I still believe in the message that the DMT showed me that day, or at least my interpretation of what it was trying to show me, if it's some kind of entity was trying to show me something? And you'll have to excuse my fumbling of words, I'm a little jet lagged at the moment. But yeah, you know what? I definitely do still think this was a simulation, for sure. Those experiences, they're not like dreams. Even though you forget a lot of them right after you wake up from the trip, it's not the kind of thing that you can just shake off. I don't think it matters how many years go by. These experiences change you, sometimes permanently, and I'll probably believe that I'm in a simulation for the rest of my life after that point. But anyway, I just wanted to make a quick little video here just to show you guys where I am and give you guys more of a background on one of the most amazing trips I've had in my life and what it's like years later to come back to this monumental location. But anyway, till next time, I will see you guys all soon. I have a whole bunch of videos planned Currently, they're kind of on a schedule release for this month. Some really cool stuff, actually. So if you see a video after this where I'm all of a sudden back in my usual location, it's because it was filmed before this. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button. If you want to help support me and get me to the point where we can make those trip simulations, you can find the link here to our Patreon page. And hopefully I get some really awesome videos done while I'm out here, just for a really neat change of scenery. And yeah, I will see you guys all on the flip side.